All right. Well, it looks like it is time, my dudes. Hi, my name is Taylor, and when I play music, it's called Here Be Monsters. We're just gonna hang out for the next little while. I'm gonna play some music. If you guys have something that you want to chat about, then let me know, and I'll be happy to talk about something if that's what you want to do. But otherwise, feel free to recommend songs that you want me to play. If they're not mine, that's also cool. If I know them, then I will play some covers. But I'm gonna start with a song that I always like for vocal warm-ups, which reminds me, hang on. I'm gonna have myself some tea real quick. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Okay, cool. So this is a song about making music, which I'm really happy to say that I've been more into over the last couple weeks, and that's been super neat. I've been putting out new songs, or revisions of old songs every week, and it's always kind of a process. And this song is going to be on not my upcoming demo, but my next full album, which, yes, it is in the works, I promise. I know I've been promising it for 2 years, but nonetheless, it is in the works. And it's a song about making art, and it's a song about kind of making peace with the fact that your art is imperfect, and it's about making peace with kind of an incomplete legacy that doesn't really get finished until you die. So yeah, without more rambling, this song is called Less Than Stellar. Hope you like it. Well, I wrote this song ahead of time, 'cause I knew that I'd appreciate it further down the line. And it's not about anything in particular, but it'll do just fine. Hell, it's a week off, it's a start. It's the freedom to stop chasing your white whale. It's permission to allow yourself to fail. 'Cause when you're writing a song every week for 36 weeks so far, well, it only makes sense that a couple of songs would make less than stellar art. Not everything gets to be the Mona Lisa. Even the real Mona Lisa's not that great. You'd walk right by it if it weren't for all the people trying to get a couple pictures for their Facebook page. Well, it's important, I think, because when we talk of art, we tend to talk in terms of masterpiece. But no one sets out for their magnum opus, and the ones who do are dead already. So here's to all the songs that never make it to the final part. Because all art starts with less than stellar art. Less than stellar art. Less than stellar art. Less than stellar art. Thank you. So yeah, the other thing I did want to know, because I'm experimenting with some new audio stuff, which hopefully is showing in the audio quality for this stream, but if you can let me know how the levels sound, if the guitar needs to come up, if the vocals need to come down, things like maxing out or clipping, that would be super helpful for me as well. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and move on then to another song. And this is actually, before I do that, I'm gonna make sure this bad boy's in tune. because these strings are old. Okay, cool. I'm going to play the first song off my last album, On the Road by the Sea. It's a song called Existence. It means a whole lot to me. And then we're going to go into the second song on that album, titled The Beast. And you're going to get to hear for the very first time a little flamenco instrumental piece that I had written to sort of go in between those. It didn't make its way onto the album because I wasn't good enough to really play it, if we're being 100%. But I am now. So first I got to get through this one, though. This is called Existence. When you're out and the suffering is widespread and you feel the body's heaving, when the globe feels as though it stopped its turning and the wind blows ever colder, when you're out and there's no food on the table and your belt is steadily expanding, when the factory's closed, oh, dirt on your clothes, oh, it's not how it's supposed to be, 'cause existence is only the beginning. Yeah, existence is only the beginning of a beautiful land. A beautiful land, a beautiful land, a beautiful land. Tear it down, break the whole thing down to splinters, set the whole damn thing on fire. From the ash of these borders and these barriers, we can make a new beginning. And we'll sing and we'll dance till our lungs they collapse, and we'll be with our fists till they're blue and they're black, and we'll bury the past in an avalanche that tells the world we can make this last, make this thing last. Regardless of what you do, there's always something that you're missing. Be sure your existence is existence that's worth existing. Regardless of what you do, there's always something that you're missing. Be sure your existence is worth all of your existing, 'cause existence is only the beginning. Yeah, 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 existence is only the beginning of a beautiful land. A beautiful you for your indulgence. This song is called The Beast. With my own eyes I saw it creeping, crept up from shadows in the ground, so small in size and growing with each new life that it put out. Oh, with teeth and claws like razors, it makes you sleep forever. It takes you up to heaven or down into the depths. Slowly it will drag you, kill and disembowel you. It will show you how to make her fit well, cause war breeds war, it goes on and on. Give your life and then it's gone. War breeds war, yes, it goes on and on. Give your life and then it's gone. With my own eyes I saw it moving, ominous it lumbers through the towns. What brings up governments and economies ironically bring us all down. All the sand and the cement it laid a dying mental net. The charges they are dropping, the gears they are all turning, and slowly we are learning we can't stop it now. All machines of war, so great no one can see, and war has now become our biggest industry. Cause war breeds war, it goes on and on. Give your life and then it's gone. War breeds war, yes, it goes on and on. Give your life and then it's gone. With my own eyes I saw it plotting, manipulate the hearts of men. Violence broke out in a second and left so many millions dead. All the sand and the cement it laid a dying man's lament. It was to fight and die for life, so to fight and die in vain. But why they sing this song as the blonde follow along, and the world runs red with bombs, red with bombs, and the world runs red. And as it sat amongst the wreckage, stomach engorged from flesh and bone, with my own eyes I saw it birthing its children. The cycle now continues on, because war breeds war, yes, it goes on and on. Give your life and then it's gone. War breeds war, yes, it goes on and on. Give your life and then it's gone. Because war breeds war, yes, it goes on and on. Give your life and then it's gone. War breeds war, goes on and on. Give your life and then it's gone. 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 Whew. Yeah, you don't have a music project called Here Be Monsters and then not have a song about like at least one actual monster. Speaking of monsters, hello. How are you? Are you super mad? Are you mad because I kicked you out? Kind of surprised you actually got back in here, but hey, more power to you. So I'm just going to take a minute here, drink some more tea, and tell you about some stuff that I have coming up. So right now I balance out my time between working at a call center, which I actually do here from home, which has been very nice this last year. One of the few upsides of quarantine life has been that I get to sort of move everything to home, which is frankly where I'm a lot more comfortable. And then I also teach history for a living, which has been both one of the great joys and great frustrations of my adult life, because I love history, and obviously not everybody does. But what I came to find out pretty quickly is that, I don't know, we maybe don't get taught, we maybe do get taught the right history, but nonetheless these sort of stereotypes, these sort of tropes in history keep popping up no matter how many times we try and get rid of them. There are so many things that we don't really understand about history or about the way that history sort of plays out. And certainly the people in history. We have tons of misunderstandings about those things. So I wrote this next song, particularly to kind of talk about those things. And you know, I wanted it to be a really thoughtful, really nuanced discussion about sort of historical analysis and how that analysis exists in sort of the public zeitgeist. And so I called it Thomas Jefferson as a Racist, and it goes like this. Na 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 na. Well, Thoreau didn't live in isolation. Walden was just a mile from town. He'd go and drink at the bar near every day. And Marie Antoinette, no, she never said let them eat cake. That was put on her long after her execution day. And John Wayne was a Nazi, and John Lennon beat the shit out of his wife on a daily basis. Oh, and by the way, Thomas Jefferson was a racist. Na 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 na. And it now might have been all, but the Spartans were gay, despite what that bullshitter Frank Miller says. He's about as credible as the comics and the stupid books are written in. And Christopher Columbus was a mad dog without a leash. How that genocidal fuck gets a day every year is beyond me. Well, Jesus was Middle Eastern, and Disney wasn't frozen in a cryogenic casement. Oh, and by the way, Thomas Jefferson was a racist. Na 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 na. Well, Rene Descartes, he never said, I think, therefore I am. And Edison liked to pretend, but his inventions were made by someone else's hands. And the Civil War was fought over slavery, although in fairness, Lincoln really didn't care. At least not as much as Daniel Day-Lewis might say. And allow me to retort, Napoleon wasn't short. Nero wasn't in Rome when it burned down. And he never had a fiddle he could play. Well, when you study history, prepare to get lost in an endless sea of faces. One of which was Thomas Jefferson, who was a racist. Na 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 na. Don't know why I have this mic all the way down here. Let's get me up a little bit. Need to work on my posture. My posture is fucking terrible, right? Musicians aren't really known for having great posture, but probably something I need to work on because I'm getting old. I'm not a young man anymore. Oh man. This song actually is about young men. Mainly about how they are terrible on the internet. This is also, it looks like I'm just kind of playing through On the Road by the Sea at this point. This is actually all of the songs you've heard, with the exception of the first song, Less Than Stellar, have been off of my old album, On the Road by the Sea. This next song is actually the next one up, but it just sort of makes the most sense. It seems to be sort of what we're transitioning into. So yeah, this next song was kind of inspired by the whole nice guy discussion. You know, like, oh, I'm a nice guy, why won't they date me? And the song, I think, is pretty clear about it. But I don't know. I've never really talked about it, but I think that the biggest takeaway here is that nice guys don't center everything around themselves, which you will find more often than not is what self-proclaimed nice guys are doing. So if you're doing that, and maybe you just don't understand it, maybe you just don't realize that it's kind of making you look like an asshole, stop doing that. Like, there are ways to get to know people, and like, not for the purposes of using them for whatever ends you have in mind. I don't know. I think it's a part of growing up, but it's a part of growing up that most young boys especially are not really, they are introduced to too late in their lives. That should be like a conversation that's being had in like middle school. And like for most guys, myself included actually, it's not happening until like they're, out of high school and like in college. Which is actually one of the reasons why like I care so much about that subject, is because for a long time I kind of was one of those guys. And it's sad. It's shitty. And looking at it from the other side, I don't know. I just want you to know that like there's a better life for you out there than the one that you're putting yourself through. But any case, as long as you decide to keep being one of these self-proclaimed nice guys, this song is for you. This is a song for every dickhead on Tinder. Actually, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. So you say you're a nice guy, but you don't seem all that nice. When you go around manipulating women just because you think it's fun, I hope you realize at some point in your next year life, if you think friendship is second prize, don't deserve a place at all. And the Statue of Liberty is a woman. Yes, symbol of freedom, because historically men have the God-given right to vote. So rule number 1, fuck you. And rule number 2, fuck you too. And rule number 3, this one's plain as can be. Oh, no one owes you love for existing. About the friend zone, you don't deserve friends to call your own. If you do nice things for gain, then they're not nice things at all. You formed into a pack of spoiled fucking brats that attack anything that you cannot control. And the statue of justice is a woman. Yes, symbol of freedom, because historically men have the God-given right to vote. So rule number 1, fuck you. And rule number 2, fuck you too. And rule number 3, this one's plain as can be. Oh, no one owes you love for existing. So, when I was writing this song, I was like, man, guy talking about like women's issues seems a little bit weird. I should probably get like a woman's perspective on this. So I reached out to a friend of mine, Zena Mohammed, who plays in a band called Squid Fishing down in Tasmania. You should check them out, by the way, if you can. And I asked her to write this bridge for me. See if you can maybe spot some of the differences. Well, I'm sick of getting talked down to by men who think their presence is blessing on everyone. Go get fucked, sincerely, every woman on the earth. So sick of people just assuming I dress myself up just to please you. Don't wake up in the morning, fix my hair to impress your greasy ass. Wear heels bigger than your dick, so don't you dare tell me how to act. So rule number 1, fuck you. And rule number 2, fuck you too. And rule number 3, this one's plain as can be. Oh, no one owes you love for existing. And rule number 1, fuck you. And rule number 2, fuck you too. And rule number 3, this one's plain as can be. Oh, no one owes you love for existing. Yeah, no one owes you love for existing. Yeah, no one owes you any fucking thing. Yeah, no one owes you love for existing. They don't, also. Oh. Okay. So I think I'm going to take a break from the songs from On the Road by the Sea. I adore that album. I love those songs very much. But it is worth pointing out, I've been doing a ton of songwriting since then. If you are one of like the 3 people who followed this account last year, you saw that I posted a couple of different songs from a project I was doing, mostly in private. I was running like a blog where I would post lyrics, and occasionally I would link the YouTube videos. But I was doing a challenge where I would basically write a song every week from scratch, and then ideally I would at least have like lyrics, and ideally I would have like a video. Most weeks that part of it did not work out. But it has left me with a lot of really cool stuff that y'all haven't seen yet. So I'm really excited to sort of bust that out when it's time for this new demo. This new demo that I'm working on, and the new album, which hopefully will be out, fingers crossed, which will be out sometime maybe early next year. Shut up, man. I'm busy. I work hard. What do you want from me? My cat is heckling me. Without further ado, this is a song about getting older. It's a song about the desperate things we do to try and turn back the wheel of time as we all slowly impede towards our own demise. It's called Running, and it's about me starting to run. Failed attempts at that, and what that means. This last year, I started running because I knew that I needed exercise. It was hard at first, but with each step improving, I have gotten to the point where I can run almost the whole entire time. Now and then, I still have bad days when I feel like I am wasting all my breath. When they come, oh, and God, they do come. It's a battle between me and myself. Both of us are fighting to the death. One day I will die. Till then, it's about what I leave behind. Till then, I will try to make some kind of meaning in this life. I'm only gonna be here for a while. Lately I'm building up my workout. Hell, the hospital is right there if I faint. Every day, the reminder of mortality is right there sitting on the corner. Every day to stare me in the face. And maybe it's 'cause I've now turned 30 and I feel like youth is leaving me behind. Maybe I'm just being over dramatic. It's just another day, another year, but I can't get this fear out of my mind. One day I will die. Till then, it's about what I leave behind. Till then, I will try to make some kind of meaning in this life. 'Cause I'm only gonna be here for a while. Yeah, we're going home. Yeah, we're going home. Yeah, we're going home. Yeah, we're all going home. And he said, one day I will die. This last year, I started running because I knew that I needed exercise. All right, been at it for 30 minutes now. Glad to have the one person with me who keeps popping in and out. I very much appreciate your support. But that's okay, honestly. This just gives me time to practice on my own, which is, frankly, pretty neat. For anybody who does pop in here, if you do want to just let me know like how the audio quality sounds on this. Obviously, I'm going to know after the fact. Chauncey, baby. No, that's not going to work, sweetie pie. That's not going to... Nope, you can't do it. Can't do it. Daddy. Baby, no. Oh, he wants it so bad. Man, so, politics, huh? Fucking Jesus. This year has been draining for so many people, myself included. The honest truth, and it's a weird thing, 2020 has actually been a crazy good year for me. Oh. Hey, Chauncey, you want to get off my piano, buddy? Oh, he's stealing the show. Take it away, piano man. Jesus. Where was I even? Politics. Yeah, no, that's what it was. You know what? That interruption was perfectly fitting for this year, because this is the year of the absurd. It's fucking crazy how ridiculous the events of this year have been. And it's also, like, equally absurd how easy it is to kind of predict what's going to happen. Because the truth is, what we're looking at right now is the result of a systematic framework in politics and social rhetoric that's been laid since, like, the founding of our country. It is scary. It is frightening. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to make this whole live stream about that, but I am going to make this song about that. Let's visit history one more time. And just agree that everything about this is absurd. World 1492, they sail across the ocean blue, and now they make the rules. Disobey if you dare to, because they want gold. If you don't have it, you are sold, or they will take their body parts along with all the other wealth they stole. Even further on, barely 2 generations, population decimated till it's near annihilation. They're buried in mass graves to suit the new world status quo. Will rest in peace in life you never could, but I can promise that I we had centuries of slavery, then we had the nerve to turn around, call black people lazy while we sat on our hands as the racist sick dogs on them. A century of violence co-sponsored by the government. Even further on, the violence didn't go away. Essentially, it only changed from steel to economic chains, clasping just as tightly, but they're fastened in a different way. Nonetheless, the fact remains the ends desired are still the fucking same. And I refuse to run from the actions of my ancestors. And I refuse to whitewash further what's already been altered. And I will die a hopeless man if nothing better is offered. 'Cause everything about this is absurd. Well, eventually it came. We wanted to move westward, the manifested festered the sum of the architecture that had been built up for years, capitalizing on the fears of poor whites who had been convinced their neighbors were problems here. They loaded up their guns, the wagons that they rode in on, killing everyone they met, the rest into reservations. It's still around, we still have them today. Yeah, there is no flag that is large enough to cover up the shame. What we did to get up here, they say it's lonely on the top. Maybe it would be less lonely if we'd stop killing everyone. If you're wondering why I'm not in the mood today, understand it's more than just the food, the fireworks, and the parades. Understand it's more than just the food, the fireworks, and the parades. But I refuse to run from the actions of my ancestors. And I refuse to whitewash further what's already been altered. And I will die a hopeless man if nothing better is offered. 'Cause everything about this is, well, I refuse to run from the actions of my ancestors. And I refuse to whitewash further what's already been altered. And I will die a hopeless man if nothing better is offered. 'Cause everything about this, oh God, everything about this is absurd. So yeah, we're doing great. Oh man. Okay. Oh, okay. I had like this note from YouTube that was like, part of it was blocked, but it's the last bit of it that I could see said like community policies, and I was like, son of a bitch, how did I get blocked? The song was not that bad. There, you have worse content on here, but it's good. They were just giving me notes about like how the chat works and stuff. Oh man, that one always takes it out of me, both like emotionally and physically. That's a very difficult one to sing, but it's one that I'm very proud of. The lyrics I particularly love, both in their content and it's probably the closest thing I've ever gotten to like being able to like emulate the flow of a rap song. So I'm getting there, I guess. Hip hop artists are like amazing lyricists. I'd love to be that good at some point. But all that aside, tell you what, we are actually going to make one more detour into the world of politics. And for this one, I'm going to have to move some stuff around. And I know that is not ideal for a live stream, but you know what? That's what we're working with right now. Oh boy. Okay. So I bet you didn't know. You're sitting on a piano right now. Oh man. I am sweaty as hell. Alright, cool. So, I've been trying to branch out musically a little bit. Starting to kind of write songs that aren't just in like guitar or anything like that. I've been really trying to work hard at kind of broadening those musical horizons. So I had a crack at writing a song on the piano, and we are going to hear me try and do it now. We'll see how well that goes. This song was just recently posted on. What the fuck? Hang on. That's not what I want. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Nope. We're just gonna have to do it, acoustic a la piano. Alright. So this one I just recently posted, and it's called Sleep. wanna sleep until the revolution's over. I wanna fight this war in an endless slumber. Gonna be a faithful soldier till I am awake. I wanna sleep until I don't have to cower. Just let me be for a few more hours. Hell, that's more good than I'd ever do awake. But if I'm being honest, what's coming makes me shake. I'm losing sleep with every passing day. I'm losing sleep, I'm lying wide awake. I wanna sleep until the revolution's over. Till the banks crumble down and the flags are lowered. Till the homeless all take over the White House estate. I wanna sleep until it's safe to come out again. I wanna wake up and it be over with. They say good things come to those who wait, right? And if I'm being honest, it's not gonna work that way. No victory favors those who seize the day. Yeah, and I am not a fighter, but a fight here still remains. I'm losing sleep with every passing day. Oh. I can't just sleep until the revolution's over. Can't fight no war if I'm in slumber. Can't be a faithful soldier if I'm not awake. I can't just sleep until it's safe to come out again. I can't just wake up and it be over with. Fuck. Wouldn't that be great? But now sleepless nights are just the price we pay. Yeah, sleepless nights are just the price we pay. I'm losing sleep, I'm lying wide awake. I'm losing sleep, I'll never be the same. Okay, so just a quick note about that. That sour note, I have this key on this keyboard. I want you to know that that was not me. When I press on this thing, it's stuck down here. There's like some gum or some nonsense. And I forgot that I was going to be using this today, because normally I will like stick something down there and try and loosen up the keys. But I forgot, so you'll have to bear with me. All right, let's bring this stuff back in here and get back to the good old guitar. Back to safety, as it were. Okay. Yeah, cool. Oh, man. All right, so we have about 15 minutes left in the stream, or at least in the time I had allotted. So I'm gonna go ahead and play a few more songs, and then seeing whether or not anybody gets on, we'll cut it there. But this next song is actually kind of a deep cut. Old friend of mine who I used to play music with back when I was in my late teens and early 20s. I had a band called So It Goes. messaged me and said, hey, why don't you play one of your old songs from So It Goes? And so I actually kind of like the idea. I haven't played this one in a really, really long time, so you're going to have to bear with me. It is simple, but it's also like been 12 years. But this is a song about being separated from home. I grew up in Oregon, and I didn't go back for a fairly long time. And when I did, it was always only for like a couple weeks at most. So it's a song about growth. It's a song about kind of realizing where you came from and how much has changed since you left. So without further ado, this song is called Long Road Home. There's so many miles from A to B, and so few sights to see. From edge to edge, everywhere I've roamed, it's a long road home. The Portland breeze whistles through the trees and through the city streets. On this path I know I walk alone, it's a long road home. And all the things that I find in the back of my mind, and all these many paths that divide, where blood claim me back, or will I stay where I'm at? Either way, it's a long road. Sands of time took this life of mine, I just put it into rhyme. A photograph of a boy once known, it's a long road home. So pack your bags and pick your path and take the trail unknown. This odyssey may be your match, it's a long road home. And all the things that I find in the back of my mind, and all these many paths that divide, where blood claim me back, or will I stay where I'm at? Either way, it's a long road. And all the things that I find in the back of my mind, we all must live with the seeds we're sown. Where blood claim me back, or will I stay where I'm at? Either way, it's a long road home. All right. So we're getting close to the end of our stream here. There's actually several more I actually wouldn't mind doing. This next one, though, is another kind of older one. It's a song about space travel and the realization that you're probably not going to get to do it. Sorry. It's called Monocompsis. And it goes like this. Oh, it's in the wrong key for me to whistle. Okay. Too late to explore the earth, too young for the universe. I guess I'll just have to make do with my room. At night I would lay in my bed, look up at the sky, dream of a better life, of my own design. I am not stuck in a rut, no, I'm stuck on a rock. So I will swing and I'll sway to the hum of my galactic wanderlust. To the stars. I wonder what we will find, or if that even matters at all. Give me a spaceship and infinite fuel, and I'll give you a life. 6 strings for 6 hearts that beat to the pulse and vibrate through time. I am not stuck in a rut, no, I'm stuck on a rock. So I will swing and I'll sway to the hum of my galactic wanderlust. As I looked out into the void looked back into me. Goodbye to the pale blue dot and hello to be. I am not stuck in a rut, no, I'm stuck on a rock. So I will swing and I'll sway to the hum of my galactic wanderlust. I am not stuck in a rut, no, I'm stuck on a rock. So I will swing and I'll sway to the hum of my galactic wanderlust. Oh, it's hard to be sarcastic when you're looking at God. All right. From the looks of it, we've got time for about one more, unless a bunch of people just decide to pop on here. So I'm going to play one of my more new ones. You should expect this one relatively soon. It's already been posted with a rough version from about a year ago, but this is my next sort of fixer-upper project, and it's called Fragments. Have some tea, rest your feet, a weary soul, a friend in need. Take your time, it's been a while since we last talked, just you and me. today and all the many places I have yet to see. And those familiar faces that I would like to see again. I'm a broken man, thank God for that. I wouldn't have any other plans. Everywhere I go, everyone I meet keeps a piece of what was me. I'm leaving atoms and electrons and particles everywhere I go. There's a little piece of me that's floating down the road. I've become complete, but you make me so much more interesting. With every step and every phase, I see the world differently. Yeah, slowly but surely we fill the holes in each other's hearts. Inch by inch we become something bigger than we were before. And my life has been all the richer 'cause I have known you in my time. And I will walk on through this world and carry fragments of you in my mind. All right, and that is a full hour of songs and talking for the few of you that popped in and out. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. If you want me to do this again, let me know, and I will be happy to do so. I might do it anyways, just because, you know, I gotta be out there. I gotta do shit. In all seriousness, I really hope that you're doing well. I hope you take care of yourself. I hope we all make it through whatever comes next. But until then, see you around.